No energy blasts, no superhuman abilities, just pure skill and human determination. That's exactly what we're going to see in today's list, with the 10 best sports anime without powers. These anime prove that you don't need to bend the laws of physics to create edge-of-your-seat excitement. We're talking about series that nail the technical aspects of their sports, develop characters you can't help but root for, and deliver matches so intense you'll forget you're not watching actual athletes. Created as a 50th anniversary project for Ashita no Joe, Megalo Box takes the spirit of classic boxing anime and gives it a gritty sci-fi twist. Now, I know what you're thinking. Sci-fi? I thought this list was about anime without powers. Don't worry, I haven't lost my mind. While Megalo Box is set in a futuristic world where boxers use mechanical limb enhancements called gear, our protagonist, Joe, fights without them. That's right, he's going up against technologically enhanced opponents with nothing but his natural abilities. What sets Megalo Box apart is its unique visual style. The animation has this intentionally grainy rough look that gives it a real retro feel. It's like watching a lost anime classic from the 90s, but with the fluidity and detail of modern animation. The boxing scenes are a sight to behold, raw, intense, and beautifully choreographed. But it's not just about the fights. Megalo Box delivers a compelling underdog story with themes of identity, social inequality, and the human spirit. Joe's journey from underground fighter to contender is gripping stuff. And don't even get me started on the soundtrack. It's an absolute banger that perfectly captures the show's gritty, defiant tone. Now, I know what you're thinking. Another soccer anime? Hasn't that been done to death? Trust me, Yowamushi kicks things up a notch. Yowamushi tells the story of Ashito Aoi, a talented but rough around the edges soccer player from rural Japan. After being scouted by a Tokyo club, Ashito must adapt to a higher level of play and learn the tactical side of soccer to achieve his dream of becoming a professional player. What makes Yowamushi stand out is its laser focus on the tactical side of soccer. This isn't just about who can run the fastest or kick the hardest. It's about reading the field, making split-second decisions, and outsmarting your opponents. Our protagonist, Ashito Aoi, isn't just talented. He's got this insane spatial awareness that the show visualizes in really clever ways. It's like watching a chess match played out on a soccer field. The animation here is top-notch, especially during the matches. The character movements are fluid and realistic. None of that kick the ball and it bursts into flames nonsense. It's all about capturing the beauty of the sport as it's actually played. But what really sets Yowamushi apart is its commitment to character development. This isn't a story about a naturally gifted player breezing through competitions. Ashito has talent, sure, but he's rough around the edges. Watching him learn, adapt, and grow, both as a player and a person, is incredibly satisfying. The anime that'll make you want to pick up a badminton racket. This series takes an often overlooked sport and turns it into a high-stakes drama. Ayano Hanasaki is a talented badminton player who lost her love for the sport due to past trauma. As she reluctantly joins her high school's badminton team, she rediscovers her passion through interactions with determined teammates and fierce rivals. What sets Hanebado apart is its jaw-dropping animation. I'm talking fluid character movements and badminton plays so precise you'd think the animators were secretly Olympic athletes. The way they capture the speed and intensity of the sport is nothing short of phenomenal. Ayano isn't your typical cheerful sports anime protagonist. She's got some serious baggage that affects her game, and watching her work through that is as engaging as the matches themselves. Now, I'll be real with you. This show can sometimes get a bit melodramatic. Some folks found the angst levels a tad high for a high school badminton team. But hey, if you like your sports with a side of intense character drama, Hanebado serves it up like a perfect drop shot. The undisputed heavyweight champion of boxing anime, Hajime no Ippo, tells the story of Ippo Makunuchi, a shy high school student who discovers a passion for boxing after being saved from bullies by a professional boxer. The series follows Ippo's journey from a novice to a formidable boxer, facing tough opponents and personal challenges along the way. First off, let's talk about the matches. Man, they are intense. The animation during the fights is top-notch, perfectly capturing the speed, power, and technical skill of boxing. There's a scene where Ippo unleashes his Dempsey roll that's so well animated I felt I needed to watch it again. The attention to detail in boxing techniques is impressive. You can tell the creators really did their homework. What I love about Ippo is how it balances the physical aspects of boxing with the mental game. It's not just about who can punch harder, it's about developing your strategy to overcome your own limitations. The psychological battles before and during fights are often as intense as the physical ones. Ippo has inspired countless fans to take up boxing, influenced several other sports anime, and remains a benchmark for quality in the genre. genre. Whether you're a boxing fan or not, Hajime no Ippo offers entertainment that's hard to beat. Next on our list is Major, an anime that hits a home run with its completely ambitious story. Major follows Goro Honda's baseball journey from childhood to the professional leagues. This long-term approach to storytelling allows for seriously deep character development. We're not just seeing Goro's growth as a baseball player, but as a person. The show also tackles some heavy themes, like loss, injuries, and the sacrifices necessary for a professional sports career. There's a story arc about Goro dealing with an injury that hit me right in the feels. The animation, especially in later seasons, does a great job of capturing the intensity of the sport. Now, I'll be honest with you, with over 150 episodes, Major is a big commitment. If the episode count is an issue, but you're still interested, I recommend checking out the sequel, Major Second. This sequel tells the story of Goro's son and can be a great introduction to the Major universe. A true classic of the sports anime genre. This show is to basketball what Dragon Ball Z is to fighting anime. Iconic, influential, and still amazing after all these years. Slam Dunk tells the story of Hanamichi Sakuragi, a delinquent who joins the basketball team to impress a girl. As he discovers his natural talent for the sport, Sakuragi and his teammates at Shohoku High strive to become the best high school team in Japan. Now, I'll be honest, by modern standards, the pacing can feel a bit slow, especially during the longer match sequences. But what really sets Slam Dunk apart is its characters. From Sakuragi's hilarious antics to Rukawa's cool demeanor, from Akagi's leadership to Mitsui's redemption arc, every character is memorable and gets their moment to shine. The rivalry between Sakuragi and Rukawa is especially great, providing both comedic gold and genuine tension. Slam Dunk was so popular, it actually boosted real-life basketball participation in Japan. That's the power of a great sports anime right there. Haikyuu is a volleyball anime that easily contends for a top 3 spot among the best sports anime ever made, and for good reason. The story itself is simple: a boy with a childhood dream and a team that needs to win the national championship, which is cliche for most sports anime on this list. But the way the story develops is what kept me eagerly anticipating each episode. What I love about Haikyuu is the balance between character development and matches. Hinata isn't your typical genius protagonist. On the contrary, throughout the episodes, we witness his growth as a player and his development with other characters, which is what hooked me into the story. The dynamic between Hinata and Kageyama is simply incredible, evolving from rivals to partners, which is just the finishing touch. On the other hand, it's not just about the main duo. Every character, from the reliable Captain Daichi to the anxious ace Asahi, gets their moment to shine. It's in the matches where Haikyuu truly shines. Strategy, teamwork, and mental fortitude play crucial roles. The director does an amazing job of building tension, making even a single point feel like a major victory. I have to admit, sometimes the matches can drag on a bit, spanning several episodes. But honestly, this only reflects the flow of a real volleyball game and allows for those crucial character moments that really keep you glued to the episode. I'm not even a volleyball fan, but Haikyuu delivers a sports anime experience that's hard to beat. You can't talk about sports anime without mentioning Captain Tsubasa. This is the granddaddy of soccer anime, the series that inspired a generation of real-life soccer stars. And before you ask in the comments, this show definitely takes some liberties with the laws of physics. But here's the thing, there are no real superpowers at play. These are just highly stylized representations of soccer techniques. Think of it as the soccer equivalent of a samurai anime where sword strikes cause huge gusts of wind. What makes Captain Tsubasa great is its sheer passion for the sport. The energy, the drama, the over-the-top moves, it all comes together to create this larger-than-life celebration of soccer. Tsubasa's determination and love for the game are infectious. You can't watch this show without feeling pumped up. The character dynamics are fantastic too. The rivalry between Tsubasa and Hyuga is the stuff of legend, and watching the various teams come together and evolve over time is really satisfying. Sure, by modern standards, the pacing can feel a bit slow, and some of the tropes might seem cliche, but that's because this show invented those tropes. It's the OG, the blueprint that so many sports anime have followed. Plus, the 2018 remake gives the classic story a fresh coat of paint with modern animation, making it more accessible for new viewers. Whether you're a longtime fan or new to the series, Captain Tsubasa is a classic that deserves its place in the Sports Anime Hall of Fame. What I love about Yowamushi Pedal is how it takes a sport that might not seem immediately exciting and makes it absolutely riveting. The races are intense, with strategies and teamwork playing as big a role as individual skill. And let me tell you, when they hit those mountain stages, it's like watching a battle of wills on wheels. The protagonist, Onoda, is a breath of fresh air in the sports anime world. He's not your typical jock. He's an otaku who initially just rides his bike to Akihabara to buy anime merch. Watching this anime-loving nerd transform into a cycling powerhouse is both hilarious and inspiring. But it's not just about Onoda. The show has a great ensemble cast, each with their own unique riding styles and personalities. From the sprinter Naruko to the climber Makishima with his weird dancing technique, every character brings something special to the table. Now, I'll admit, sometimes the races can drag on a bit, but honestly, that just mirrors the endurance nature of the sport. Plus, it gives time for all that juicy character development and strategy to play out. Now, I know what you're thinking. Ping pong? Really? Trust me, this isn't your average sports anime. First things first, the animation style. It's unique, to say the least. Director Masaki Yuasa brings his signature experimental style to the table, resulting in a visual experience that's unlike anything else in the sports anime world. It might take some getting used to, but once you're in, you're in. And the way the animation conveys the speed and intensity of ping pong is mind-blowing. But what really sets ping pong apart is its deep dive into the psyche of its characters. The character arcs are simply masterful. Watching Smile evolve from an apathetic prodigy to a passionate player, or seeing Peiko's journey from arrogant hotshot to humble competitor. It's some of the best character development I've seen. The rivalry between the different players is intensely compelling. It's not just about who wins or loses, but how each match affects the players mentally and emotionally. The show isn't afraid to get philosophical, asking big questions about the nature of competition and the pursuit of greatness. Now, I'll be honest, if you're looking for a traditional sports anime with training montages and tournament arcs, this might not be for you. Ping Pong the animation is more like a character drama that happens to be about sports. But if you're up for something different, something that will make you think and feel deeply, this show is an absolute must-watch. So, what do you think of our list? Did your favorite sports anime make the cut, or is there a hidden gem we missed that deserves a spot in the starting line above? Let me know in the comments below. I'm always on the lookout for more great sports anime to watch and potentially feature in future videos. If you enjoyed this adrenaline-pumping journey through sports anime, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It really helps out the channel and ensures you don't miss any of our future anime breakdowns and top 10 lists. Who knows, your comment might just inspire our next video.